A great vocal recording is always a challenge. Transparent compression is the key, and I'm going to show you my process in 4 steps. I've got a good recording which needs polishing. Check out the raw and processed versions and keep your eye on the VU meters.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away. There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
The process we're about to go through is basically a starting point. And the 4 steps are: tame the peaks, smooth everything, basic EQ, and a little more squeeze. Let's get going. I'm going to use FabFilter's Pro C2. It's a good all-round compressor, and it's great for visualizing. Okay, so let's play the vocal.
There is something I have to say.
So you can see right away that first peak going up over this line here is the range that we want to be in. So I'll just bring the threshold down, or move the threshold. You notice that this hasn't changed yet because there's no ratio. And if I make a hard knee, it's easier to see. Okay, so let's run that again.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice...
Okay, so it's all good. So you want to have, I use the classic on this, which is kind of like an 1176. And I use a hard knee. I use a fast attack, not necessarily that fast. It doesn't really matter that much. In fact, you get away with like 10 milliseconds to, not all compressors go that quick. So let's go with 10. And ratio, we don't want 101. Let's go 8:1. And the release, we'll adjust that as we go. But again, we want it pretty fast. So let's start at 100. Okay, and then I'm just going to go, I know where the peaks are. You can see them up here. That, this, and these.
I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
Okay, we're already in pretty good shape. I'm going to just loop this little bit here. No, actually, I'm going to go to the loudest one, which I think was this. And we only really want about 3 dB of gain reduction.
Find my voice, find my voice, find my voice, find my voice, find my voice.
That's good. And I'm going to let's see what happens if I increase the release time a lot.
Find my voice, find my voice, find my voice, find my voice.
Yeah, let's use 50. The idea here is that we just want to squeeze down these peaks a little closer to the rest. We're not trying to do any major compression here. It's literally just controlling the peaks. Because instead of trying to take all the energy down with one compressor, obviously we're doing this in stages. So stage 1, complete.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
This is stage 2, smooth everything. What we want to do is overdo it, like way overdo it. I'm going to pull the threshold right down and the ratio right up. I'm going to leave these for the moment. And let's just hit play and see what we got. Okay, that's a bit much.
To say, but when I find my voice.
Now the reason I'm doing this is I want to hear what the attack and release are doing with the overblown, like I'm exaggerating that to the end of the earth. And I want to basically adjust these now based on what I'm hearing in terms of the compression.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away. There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
What I'm listening for is to see how, because it's released, you want to hear how the sound recovers after it's compressed. So I'm going to increase the threshold a little bit because it's a little too much right now. And let's just do, say, this first chunk here.
There is something I have to say. 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 There is something I have to say.
Longer feels more natural, so let's go, say, with 400. Okay, so now we can reduce the ratio down to 2, and we'll just adjust the threshold until we see some action on every part of the signal again. So starting with the low.
There is something I have to say. There is something I have to say.
Okay, that's good. Let's try the whole piece.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Next up, we're going to add just a little basic EQ, and these are standard moves. It's just standard kind of vocal EQing 101. Around 700 hertz. You can literally type it in and hit play.
There is something I have to say.
You're looking for the nasal.
But when I find my voice, the words just slip.
It's in around that range, so let's just drop it now instead.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice.
Good. Then the other thing we'll do is just add high shelf with a really wide Q and adjust it until we like the sound of it.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
That'll do for now. Now on to stage 4 is a little more squeeze. So let's just copy this down, open it up. I'm going to hit clean to start fresh here. And this time I'm going to use a hard knee. I'm going to use my 1176 style again and turn auto gain off. And this is going to be a parallel compression style effect. And what we'll do is put the ratio up to 100. Why not? Fastest possible attack. And fast release. I don't like going much faster than 50 for this. So let's call it 50. So the idea here is that we're going to over compress. And then using this dry gain, mix back the original signal with this over compressed signal, which is basically like parallel compression. And so let's run it.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
Sounds remarkably good, this, doesn't it?
There is something I have to say.
Okay.
But when I find my voice,
There you go. So it's over compressed
the
now.
words just slip away.
So the magic on this is when I start to bring back the original signal.
I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away. There is something I have to say, but when I there is something I have to say, but There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
So that sounds pretty good.
There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away. There is something I have to say, but when I find my voice, the words just slip away.
There you go. 4 stages of getting going on a vocal production. Sit it in the mix and give it a little more consistency and enhancement. Makes a great starting point. See you next time.